Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? I haven't asked what's going on here. I don't freaking know. Things are happening. It's a mess. It's a mess. I don't care. I do, but I don't. How are you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Hope you're all doing well. It's the final week of October. My goodness. Final week of October. I probably should make plans for the holidays already. Probably would be a good idea. I haven't, but probably a good idea. But anyway, yesterday we started doing some PCG stuff for some layout, design, and today we're going to continue that because I don't want to do all the stuff manually, so we're making tools to make my life easier. Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah. I don't have much else, honestly. Oh, we just get into it. Oh, I never looked into the freaking transitions. I forgot about that. Oh well. Oh well. So, yesterday we left off here, which, was a good spot. I did change this. I just said screw it, and I made these just squares because I was thinking everything is a square. Why would these be rectangular? And so I made them squares, but I randomized a bunch of stuff. So some of them are kind of going in, up, down, left, right. Rotated, randomized. It looks a little bit better. Hey, Duty, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. They look better square. Yeah, it was a lot simpler to set up square, so it's a win-win. So there we go. So now we have this, which works a lot better. So yay. And then hello, Food Bar, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. It's hip to be square. Possibly. I wouldn't know. I'm not a square. More a pentagon. Anyway. I think what I want to do next is create the rock structure that can go underneath this. And the thing I'm talking about is I can actually hear the music for once. Is here it is. I want to make this. So here you can see we have a bunch of rocks that are basically underneath this platform. And so I want to make a setup where I can just spawn rocks and they'll face the same way, because pivot point. And then basically what I want to do is have it be entirely dependent on the rotation of the actor. So if I wanted to have it be facing up, I can do facing up, facing down, whatever it is. And I'll just use the same kind of setup and go from there. These are all scaled to 2x and just rotated within 90-degree increments, just like the others. Some of these are a little more random. So maybe a little random on these. But that's the plan. So let's make that next. Hey, Luciger, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'm going to turn off game settings. Game settings, like default, this default settings, I feel like it like makes things too bright. But when you turn off game settings, right, it's too bland. That's what it is. I feel like it needs like different lighting for this. So really, I think what we need to do, just real quick, just because like, is which way is it facing? This way. So I want to face it. Yeah. Just a little bit better. There you go. That just looks a lot better. Hello, Gagato. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's contrast. There we go. Can I can't dash up this. I need to fix fix my dashes and all dashing and all that. That's for later. That's for later. For now though. Oh no. Oh, it is Gaguto, you're right. sorry. Gaguto. I miss Gaguts. I don't know why YouTube has decided to change everyone's names. I don't approve. Hey, Equivalent, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. In your folder, this is going to be stairs. Where's Holy Crap? Oh, that's right. You're on YouTube. Where's my Holy Crap gone? Yeah. See, Gagato has a better memory than me with names. So much better. I'm like, name familiar. Don't remember. It's been longer than 5 minutes. But holy crap, I'm like, oh yeah, I know, holy crap. It's because you were always on the YouTube side versus the Twitch side, usually. Gagato sounds like the Japanese pronunciation of Gaguts. I can see that. Love your longtime butt equivalent. Hell yeah. Okay, let's bring this in and let's work with this. I'm actually going to have one like this, one like this, just so I can confirm that it is indeed working in both directions. It should. I really wish you could select multiple spline points at the same time and just move them together. Maybe so nice. Your wife is actually... Your wife is jealous of the guts? Wait. Wait, what? Hey, Vinny, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. How do you spawn an actor on a perfect, I assume, grid in PCG? Just use spawn actor. Yeah, you just spawn actor. You'll spawn. That's it. I know, you were probably expecting a very complicated setup. No, just use spawn actor. Can you ask some PCG advice? I don't know. Depends. Oh, if you want a grid, then just use create points grid. There you go. There's a node. Depends on if you want the answer. It's true. Yeah, only if we know the answer. Spawn actor, spawn instance actor. One is simple, the other is harder. Yeah, but also different use cases. If we're not using landscapes, how can we make things less flat with PCG? You could just randomize the height. I'm not sure I fully understand. Just transfer points, random height. I'm not following. Stop. Why is this out? I'm not clicking it. Why do I have this hover thing? Go away. I hate that this happens. Why is this happening? Go away. I hate when this happens. I don't know what causes it, but I hate it every time. Yeah, gone. Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean by make the landscape, the ground less flat. You make the whatever ground you want, and then you spawn PCG on it, or you spawn the ground with PCG. I'm not following. If you use planes, then it's gonna be flat. You need to use landscape pieces or like terrain pieces or whatever you want it to look like. It's entirely depending on what you want it to look like. But you scatter the points around and you have it just blend together. Use a world position material, or just have the meshes work together in general. And you're good. Hey Jack, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Where was the safe spot for me? There's never a good spot for me. I guess for now here. Let me see. This is down. This is down. This is in the middle, which is different than the others. This is down, but tiny. This is another one in the middle. And this is down. Okay, so we're looking at these three. been pulling your hair out? Welcome in, Skronek. Yeah, that's exactly what's been happening. What? Are you wanting to warp the planes procedurally or just join my... Yeah. Because normally you just spawn the meshes. PCG is just a point scatter. I mean, yes, you could use it with dynamic meshes and or other geometry scripting, but that's not exactly, you know, like the best way. Like geometry scripting by itself is more powerful, and PCG, you know, is obviously more powerful. What is this set at? Oh, it's not on interior. Because I had to overwrite it. Ensure spline points are not intersecting. They're not. Go away. Oh, now there you go. Now it's fine. What's the size of these things? Uh, 130. A 150 is what we can do. This is randomizing anyway. We do 150. Rotate 360. And then scale between 1 and 1.3. Well, we actually want to scale it by 2, right? That was what the other one was working at. So you want to scale it by 2 and then maybe like 2.4. So really you want to increase this to 300. $300 not bad, but I think probably too high. 270. That's better. Yeah, you could make a... I would not make a landscape with PCG, though. Like, a full landscape or just procedurally spawning PCG. You can, but you're not going to have a good time, probably. I wonder if you ever had to deal with chaining graphs for performance reasons? No. Because I don't do much real-time stuff. Are you doing runtime PCG, Jack? Yeah, Unreal Engine cannot do runtime landscape. Unfortunately. I wish. That'd be so nice, but no. That is not an option without plugins. I'm thinking that I want to... Do I want to flip this by default? No, maybe by default this should be the way it is. It's fine. Down is the default. You're not doing runtime for this? Then performance doesn't matter. If you're not doing runtime and you're doing just an editor to just generate it, then performance doesn't matter. As long as your hardware can generate it, you're good. Because you're not regenerating it at runtime. So all the performance costs or anything like that, it's free. And if you want to make it even more free, you can even go as far as just clicking the clear PCG link, which in this new version is, for some reason, hidden all the way here. For some reason, I don't know why it's... Oh, okay. I guess I could do that. Oh. See, now I've edited. Can I return this to default now? I guess it was here. I want to move just this one. Why is this one the way it is? It should not be the way it is. I just keep it default for tutorials. That's why. Your 6 waiting like 10 seconds for minor spline tweaks? I mean, that depends on your setup. Just disable part of your setup that you're not focusing on. If you're like, if you have a spline, right? If you're talking about like, oh, I don't want to, you know, just when I drag out just to drag the, if you just drag out just to modify the spline and you're like, oh crap, it's taking a while because it's regenerating. What you can do is 2 things. One, you can just click pause regen. And then it won't regen for that specific one you have selected down here. Down here. Or in your PCG component, set it to generate on demand. And then just select it and go and do a cleanup. And now it won't regenerate. So you can place your spline however you want. And then when you're ready, you just click generate again and you're good. And then now it's going to regenerate every time. So there's ways of working with PCG without like generating constantly, if that's what you're talking about. You could just disable part of your graph. That's very expensive. You can, you know, there's tons of ways. Some use handcrafted pieces of a landscape using only meshes. Yeah, it becomes difficult to make them like actually form like full-on shapes unless you make the pieces that, you know, either never have any hills or basically make fully like rounded shapes. And then yes, other issues where you're now stuck with certain things. Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, way too many depending on each other, so you want to visualize a little tweak, it sucks. Currently disabling nodes for certain edits. I want to make it cleaner. I mean, what I would do personally is add a parameter. Add a parameter that's like just a boolean that's like edit mode. And then just put a branch somewhere and just say, hey, when edit mode is on, which is output B, empty. It just clears whatever's past it. And if you're working normally, if you're not in edit mode, then you're just going to generate the entire graph as normal. And that's it. So it won't even, so nothing past that point at the very beginning or wherever you want just will not generate. It will just stop. That's probably the way I do it. Turn off pause regen. Right. Like, all right, why wasn't it doing its thing? Right, it's because I paused it. You have those instance editable too? You don't even need to. So you can make them instance editable so it's available in the blueprint, yeah. And you can do, you know, get actor property to get those. Or you just click on the PCG graph and then down here in parameter overrides, they're going to be here. If you don't want to set it up in the main blueprint, because if you already have a bunch of parameter overrides you're working with, then you might want to just keep it here and then just check it on. It depends on the use case, of course. Current challenge is to make a mini game only using PCG and see how crappy it'll be at the end. I mean, welcome in. How's it going? Welcome, welcome, everyone. I made a PCG mini game with the I mean a few of them actually on the channel. Just recreate those. Not much. I hope it helps. Oh, thank you. What were you doing? Were you working on your own game? It's going well, going well. We're just continuing our tool development for this place. We're just making the stuff that maybe goes below or above, just a little, setting up some cliff basically. Now I don't know why I paused there like that. You don't want do I want to try a little more of a variation? A little more variation actually is pretty good. Let's try thinning this out and seeing how this looks thinned out. No, honestly, not bad. It might be a little too... Let's try 5. 5 is a little bit better. You're streaming Duet Night Abyss. Duet Night Abyss. A game that came out today. Oh, nice. How was it? That's why you want to do it? You saw some of the videos again? Excellent. Rewatched them many times. So I'm realizing that I'm walking... There's no good place for me ever. When I'm working with, like, PCG. I'm just blocking things everywhere. Always. What about here? Well, here I'm walking the viewport. Here. This is the best I got right there. That part doesn't matter. Having a bunch of rocks to walk over isn't going to cause collision performance issues, right? Well, I'm not walking over them. This is a cliff. This is going to be a wall. Speaking of collisions, though. Let's... I love that it reopens this entire thing whenever I change one of these. Let's set that up. So what I'm going to be using it for is... Can I... Right. Is in this form, it can be down below here. What I could probably do is should I hollow out the middle? I should probably hollow out the middle. But then that wouldn't work. Because it couldn't do... Because I could do, instead of on interior, I could do a long spline. Because I don't need the interior. I don't need a... But a long spline would not allow me to do like a 1 thick wall. This gives me options.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
All right, we can just do this. We have something below, something above. Have another platform down here. Right. All the good stuff. You know most of it since you partook in the closed beta test? Oh, nice. How to avoid bad overdraw measure? Yeah. It's probably better with that. You know what I'll do? I'll do a branch and set up an option for both. Hollow just means without, not filled. Hollow. What's not filled? What we were talking about. This. Rocks. So what we can do is add new parameter, boolean. I'll just make it hollow as an option. So the difference is if it is not hollow, then we do this. And if it is hollow, then we'll do on spline distance. We'll use the same distance, 270. So now if we take a look at this and we just turn on hollow, there we go. Hey Jody, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Is it possible to regenerate PCG during runtime? Yeah. You just use a blueprint. And then you just do blue PCG and then just generate. You probably want to do a cleanup first and remove any components or anything like that, depending on your setup, and then generate again. Probably do force. Clean up and then force generate. There you go. I'll actually make hollow default to be true. But in cases where I need only like one thick, for example here, I would need hollow off. Do I want to expose it to the blueprint actually? Because in this one, I don't really have overwritable stuff, and then I would need to go to the PCG graph. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do a new variable here. Oops, that is not a variable, that is a dispatcher. On by default. And then we can get rid of this. There. There you go. So I can do both. I can do hollow / non-hollow, and which allows me to do a one line if I wanted to with the non-hollow version. So very nice, very nice. Okay, so using this, right, we can now do something like you. And then change the stair height on this. Why is it? Okay, that's odd. Let's do one higher. 8. 9? Does it actually need 9? Yeah, let's do 9 then, fine. And then we just do I just use snapping to 50 for a moment. There we go. All right. Ta-da! I do want to make a filler, basically. Probably, or some places like this, I might want to do... I might want to just place things and just block it off, depending on where it is. Yeah. But, you know, that's working. So if I wanted to now, I could do... something like this. I love it when it grabs the point that I don't want to grab. Thank you. Thank you, Unreal. You really know me. All right. So we can have stuff like this. Even get on top, there's a cliff there, which means it can get further. I probably want to raise these a little higher so I can't step on them. Because it's PCG, you can do combined mesh. I don't need to do combined mesh. I could design this where I combine things, but why? It's fine. I mean, I can't take much credit for this, Jonah. I'm using a pack that was available for like free for the month at one point. So I can't take too much credit. I'm just now creating PCG setups that will allow me to create basically the environments much easier using the setup. After a few tests of different styles, different things, I found this one really nice in terms of like, I really like the blocky design of it. And so I think that's the kind of look I'm going to go for other ones. You're seeing that stair and that stony looking floor? This is all from guessing old pack. This is, oh yeah, this is one of the ones that was test with. You picked it and put it together. You're still gonna give me credit? Oh, thank you. And I'll still take the credit. You know what? I'll take it. I am not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. Well, okay, I am. Because you should check that, you know, it's healthy. I don't know why people should say don't look a gift horse in the mouth. Check that it's healthy. Because what if it has a problem? Then you won't know until it's too late. Now, look it in the mouth directly, right away, to know if you need to take it to the doctor. It's clearly the person who's selling it to you doesn't care about the horse anymore. Or gifting the horse to you. He doesn't care about the horse anymore. Just saying. I'm going to add, I think, another setup that spawns these cubes like I do the cliffs. So that way I can put it maybe in places like here, or if I want to make like a pile or something, or a wall of them, I could. Because we have the option of changing the floor for them, but I can't just spawn them directly. So yeah, I think that'll be the next thing. This should be in here. I put it in the wrong place. Let's duplicate this. This is going to be stone cubes, stone cube wall. Stone cubes, I guess. And yeah, you and you go in here. Because you look at the teaser, tell the age. Tell the age. It means don't be overly critical of a free gift. I mean, depends what the gift is. You should be critical. If someone gifts you, you know, a dead cat, should you accept it with open arms, or should you kind of question it? I think you should question it. I mean, I think you should be very clearly, you should be critical of the gift. I don't know. Maybe I'm the weird one. It's possible. I am weird, so you know I get it. They wear their teeth away. Older horses have more worn teeth. I mean, I'll be honest. That also applies to people in general. Like, I think people also wear away their teeth a lot. I think just numbers wise, right? Older people are gonna have less teeth than young people. Hey, Victory, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. PCG tools? Well, a tool using PCG. Yeah, it's PCG tool. Yeah. Now, as their teeth keep growing. Yeah. But I'm not a rat, so I... eh. This needs to be 100. Randomness. Okay, not this. we don't want that. We want to randomize the rotation in 90-degree increments. So I'll just grab you. Let's plug this in first. Now let's do that. There we go. And let's do a little offset transform. Well, this one will be a little harder because I guess we can do a up and down. I mean, I guess it's fine that it's not going to perfectly line up. If anything, it gives a little more character. Yeah. What is PCG? Procedural content generation. If you'd like to learn about procedural content generation, do I have a channel for you? I hear this guy knows a lot about procedural content generation. Exclamation mark YouTube. Con generation? No. PCG. Where's your content? Content generation. Smooth self promo, thank you. Never heard that guy? Yeah. I heard he's weird. So now if I want to, I can put this. Here. Drop this down. And there we go. We have a wall. Oh. Okay, can I just Unreal? Why is it when I have clearly self-selected here, I'm modifying the spline, but I have to click away and then click back on the thing to actually get self? Why am I still modifying the spline? Unreal, stop it. If you control click it. Jesus Christ. Control click it and now you're fine. There we go. Now we have this blocked off. Okay, there we go. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I want to raise these. Which is your procedural con artist generation? I like it. Do it. Become a professional con artist. Okay, just do this. Anyway, let's raise this one. So I want to raise this one, which is the border. Yeah. Oh, that's in the parameters. Instead of 50 to 80, we'll do 80 to 100. Probably can get away with 70 to 100. Nope, cannot get away with 70. I think you just some of them are just smaller. It's because oh, is it? No, it's absolute. Oh, I'm modifying the wrong thing. Wait. You. Oh, you are absolute. You are absolute. Oh, why are you not? What? No, it's because I've overwritten it. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I'm stupid. I overwrote the values, and so of course it doesn't work because I'm using the overwritten values. Guys, I'm stupid. Why am I so stupid? No, I'll have invisible walls. Yeah, that's how you do 70. To 100. I'll also have invisible walls, but this prevents me from needing to put invisible walls at least where these are, which helps. What coincidence are you? Really? We're two birds of a feather. Whatever that means. Yeah. So that's good. So we have a ways of making cliffs, and we have a making those. Next, let's go back to our old. I make you want to do 3D. Excellent. Excellent. Hello, the GWD. Welcome in. How's it going? We're doing well. Used to work booths and art booths at conventions. We called ourselves con artists as a joke to everyone who asked. I mean, that is great. I love that. That is awesome. Fully approve. Okay, so we have these columns. Is there only one broken column and two fixed ones? There are. Put myself out of the way here. That's different. Oh yeah, the reason those are 2x is because I scaled everything up, including that. Anyway, it's fine. So I might need to put mine back to 1x. We'll see. We'll see. If there's only a few versions of this, I was thinking maybe a tool that just places random columns, but I don't have many random columns. So that's kind of pointless. What we could do is I'll have this as a rock that is actually this, but just scale down. That's great. What we could do. Oh, let's spawn some of these. Not. Do I want to spawn them or do I want to place them? I don't think I want to spawn them. So let's do. I'll make a tool that spawns one of these randomly. Only question is, do I want one for... I probably will just do a switch that selects me either between these two or these three. Yeah, that'll be the next thing. That is the next thing. Let's do what were they called? They're not trees, shrubs. I mean, they're trees is a strong word. I'm calling them shrubs. This is going to be the simplest setup ever. Ever. If anyone says there's a simpler setup, they're lying. Have a good night, Aya. Thanks for stopping by. Get yourself some sleep and rest. Random 360-degree rotation. And we'll do like a little randomness here as well. Random scale, like 1 to, I don't know, 1.25, 0.75. We'll try that. And then we'll use static spawner. Let's do a. I'll put a variable on this actually. I just use this. This is instead of hollow. This is going to be green shrubs. It'll be off by default. So the top one is the red ones. So 3. And for once, I don't have to add collisions to these. They can just be collisionless. Hey Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Making progress, slow but progress. Hey, progress is what matters. The speed at which doesn't. Well, I hate the way my mind works because immediately I'm like, well, it does. Because if you go slow enough, then you will never even move a single object or click a single button within your lifetime. Because at a certain point, you're effectively still, for all intents and purposes. Goddamn. Goddamn my mind. Hate it. Hate it. You're able to add stats.
Pausing for ads.
From a randomly generated gear onto the attributes. Should it not be the other way around? Should you not be adding random attributes to a gear? Are you doing this the right way? Or you already done that? But then you guess you could have stored that already. Oops. This is a need a spline. You're generating random gear with random substats on them and then applying it to attributes. They're happy. Leo, I'm always happy. that's the secret with me. I'm always happy. Only if it has to do with turnips. Not even when it doesn't. I know, it's crazy that I say that, but hey, look at that tree. Excuse me? Oh, okay, there it goes. Tree. Why is it generating? Whoa, why is there such a variation in those? Hold on a second. Wait a second. Let me take a look at these quote-unquote trees. Are these just 3 different sizes of tree? No, it's just 2 of them are considerably bigger than the 3rd. Okay, so they are trees then. This is also a tree. And this is just, okay. I see. I'm gonna get rid of this tiny one. And then from there, I can just scale it down if I want to. Or scale it up. And gonna be green. Which doesn't look nearly as cool. Yeah, look at that. And it doesn't have collisions. All right. You reinstalled PoE for both research and slight nostalgia? Oh, you no PoE 2? I mean, I say that like I've played PoE 2. I haven't. I just don't have time. I'm like, even though I want to, kind of, I just don't have time. I could go as far as making the area underneath the trees specifically dirt. Also, but I don't think I want to. Because I think while it'll be funny, I don't think I want to. How very different from your game? Oh yeah, it's an ARPG. I still don't know what kind of game you're making, to be fair. Like what the actual like gameplay of it is. That's fine. As long as you know. You probably should shift the tree slightly away from the stairs. This is just an example level. It's slightly away from the stairs. It's now on the stairs. It's not next to the stairs anymore. It's now on the stairs. You're welcome. Beautiful. Perfection. Okay, so we have that. Good. What's the next thing? Use a more character, yeah. Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to put these decals. Do I want to? I want to put these decals automatically on the stones. So not necessarily on the path, but definitely on the stone. So for example, I want to put it automatically on this stuff and this stuff. Maybe on the paths. That's a very big maybe. Yeah, let's rename this to trees now, because they are trees. As we found out, just the first one was very small. The you're making is an ARPG. You can equip armor, weapons. There are classes you can choose and swap around, and you aren't locked into anything. Each class has default abilities that synergize with weapons you equip. You can augment set abilities with runes that can cause different effects. So it does sound like Path of Exile. Yeah. Checks out. That explains the reference you're getting. Makes sense. Makes sense. You're not making a skill Amazonian forest? That's not a skill Amazonian forest. That's a passive Amazonian forest. Thank you very much. There are not that many skills. I mean, look. That's not that big. I can fit the entire thing on my screen. Look how tiny it is. Look how tiny. There's a ton of new stuff since I last played. I can already tell. Like this stuff. I don't know what this stuff is. Oh, is that not connected? I do like me some Templar. I do like me some Marauder. I typically stay. I've never played Ranger once. Although I think I tried Ranger once and I was like, it was pretty fun, but like it always seems too easy. This is who's this one? Who are you? Who are you again? I forget who it is. I forgot who was there. Ulysses down below. Shadow. Right. It was Shadow is here. And this is Ranger? Or no, this is Shadow. This is Ranger. Yeah. That's why I couldn't remember. Freaking Shadow. Past you really liked Witch, so maybe that's that you literally had 2 Witch characters. No clue why. 25 and 19. I've had so many characters. Yeah, I like melee, even though melee is worse. I've never had like an overpowered build where I can just one-shot everything. I've never completed maps. I've never like gone like all the way to the end. I play until like I'm good, which is usually around mid 70s is like I'm like okay, I had fun. I heard what sounded like a fly, like buzzing against a light. I hope it's not a fly buzzing against the light. Yeah, let's do a select here. Oh, wrong select. Select points. No, I want to do the advanced filter one. Random choice. So I want to do a ratio of, let's say, 0.05. Oh, I guess no, I can do select points because I still need to spawn this no matter what. So yeah, I should do this afterwards. Select some random ones and then do a spawn actor. We'll do attached, and this is going to be a decal actor. We'll just set up a template. There you go. So there's the decal. Now I need to do some transforms on that. Also, too many. Instead of 0.1, 0.05, 0.025, 0.025. Scale it between 1 and 2. Rotate 360 degrees. It might be still too high. Let's do like 0.0. Like I'd want 1 there ideally, but that's just a random chance. So if you're watching some gas stuff, and interesting how you can intercept data if you do certain things, like during a block or something, like you can do it before, during, after, or completed. So it's interesting that you have to quote unquote intercept data versus like what I'm doing, which is I'm just sending data through. So obviously from where I'm sending it, I have the data. When I'm using the data, I still have the data. And at the end, I still have the data because it just goes through. So I just have access to everything. Well, you have to intercept. So like it's somewhere and you have to basically grab it. I mean, it makes sense, right? Because you just don't have everything as a nodes. They just, grab. And it's interesting. It probably feels really refreshing not to have to do any blueprint stuff and just push it up to PCG for environments. Now, keep in mind, I do PCG videos every single week. I get plenty of PCG. I'm good. Let's scale this. Let's scale this. What I don't like is the stretching. So what I'm actually gonna do is I'm gonna keep it like this, but let's fix the stretching on this. Okay. Interception is an optional thing, not the default. A separate feature. Got it. Okay. Makes sense. One's probably fine. He's calling this on. Let's do here. Just a multiply. And then when we do this, we no longer have stretching on the sides, and it's only on the tops. Because that looks better. Excellent. What is this one? Oh, this is like a side one. This one's kind of meant for... Yeah. I don't think I want to add any for here, but I might want to put some on this stuff. The stone here. Let's do it for this as well. Let's say you had an ability that could be affected by one or more abilities or passive effects that could change the calculation of something. You can augment the calculation within gas for actually having it complete the execution. It's probably one of those things that I have to like see it to understand it. In my setup for that, like when it depends on something, it just gets the information from whatever it needs when it executes. So if I need to know, for example, like a certain value on the character or the world or whatever it is, I get that information when it executes by just grabbing that value from whatever I need or calculating it. So it doesn't need to wait on anything else. So it's probably one of those where I have to like see it to understand it. Like, it makes sense what you're saying, but my brain isn't like figuring out like, okay, why do it that way kind of thing. So you strike an enemy and get a buff, let's say gives you guaranteed crit for the next strike for a duration or something. You can augment the pre-existing ability with just a simple modification. I mean, yeah, I have an ability like that, where once I do enough hits, the next one is a crit. And so all I do is give myself a gameplay tag when I reach the condition, and I have it somewhere else where I have a check gameplay tag. If yes, then crit. If no, then calculate as normal. That's all. But I have to like plug that in manually, I guess. Compared to you. I mean, I'm assuming. Oh, that's gonna work so well. Why does that look so good here? and so shit here. Like, I think it's because there's not enough. Once there's more, it's better. Not that much better. Imagine being able to apply the crit to any ability you want. But see, the thing is, like, crit should already be just, at least for me, crit is already on the damage calculation by default. So it checks what is your crit chance, multiply the crit damage. If your crit chance was successful, right, it multiplies your damage by the crit damage multiplier. It's already applied to everything. It's not like I would actually need to put an effort to remove it from things in my scenario. Versus trying to, yeah, in my case, it's just everything goes through the same calculation. So if anything, it's more difficult for me to remove for certain abilities a the crit. Like if I want an ability to never crit, I don't have that built in. I would need to add that in myself. I have no need for it, but let's see how this is on a larger scale. Do I need to increase the chances? Probably do, actually. Do. That's actually pretty good right there. That is at 0.1. So maybe I do 0.1 on the other one too. And if it's just, there's more, then there's more. Because I like the more mossy thing here. Probably do archways or pillars. Archways would be difficult to do that or look good, but there's archways already built into, well, not archways, but there's already something built in that's like an archway. There's this stuff that you can use as archways. So I don't really need to like have it be done automatically. What I do want to do potentially is stuff like this, but I don't even know how I would do stuff like this. I think this stuff would need to be done like more manually. Like this is cool, but I couldn't tell you how I would do this. I mean, it's a pyramid here, but it's not a pyramid here, obviously, right? It's just... Yeah, but I don't know how I would automate this one. Like, this one I feel like would need to be more manual. right? Stuff like this, adding just random rocks, and it would have to be manual. Yeah, but how do you tell it where you'd want it to step up? Right, because maybe there's a stair here and I want it to actually be flat here, or I want it to step up here, or I want it to only go up here and then stay like tall, like, right? There's too many conditions that I think that's a custom. I think stuff like this needs to be custom. And what I can do is I can make a few setups and I can just make them level instances and just or pack level instances, and then just spread them around. So I don't have to like regenerate the same kind of setup. I'll just have a few that I can just place around and then work off of that. It's not a radial necessarily. All right, same thing with things like this. This kind of stuff, the destruction needs to be done. Oh, I need to figure out how to put in these stones. How do I put in these stones if I wanted to use the larger ones randomly? Because those are nice and I do want to use them. They're 2x2 stones. That I haven't figured out how to do in PCG yet. Actually, what I could do for a 2x2, I have an idea for how to do it for the 2x2. Actually, I just had an idea. Oh, you have to like place it properly, but I just had an idea. Select points. 0.05, sure. And then just take all of this, duplicate it over. And then on this one, yeah. Where is it? Grounds. Nope. Oh, these materials. Materials, meshes.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Nope. You. There's the two M1s. Make a point from the edges and choose three. Choosing three around it, you say that like there's an easy way of doing that. Unfortunately, with PCG, there's no easy way of choosing anything around a point that like that. Because you need to select not just around it, you need to select in two axes only, right? Otherwise, it will select a 3x3 grid, and then so you can't do like distance. There's, yeah, it's a pain. I wish PCG points can get information about, other points around them. It'd be so nice. But I just had an idea how to do that. Also for this weekend, I'm probably going to just run through like all of these tools that I made, how I'm using them, like how and then if people want me to, I can go like more in depth in a future video. Scale up those 2x2 pieces to be 3x3 done. It's funny because that would work. And then you need to still remove 3x3, but yeah. No, there's an easier way. There's an easier way. That I just thought of. It's okay. I use big brain. Oh, why is this spawn actor? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. So first of all, let's populate these. Okay. Second, let's change the collisions on them. Bottom one first. You guys can't see. Okay. So we have them spawning there. I love how they spawned right next to each other. Can I just randomize this seed, please? Okay. What I don't want to do is... Okay. Then I don't want to select any on the edge. So... I need to remove any that are... Can I just do this? Okay. Gotta do a spline sampler. Distance 100 on spline. Bounds modifier set. -50 to 50. Cut those out. Oh, I wasn't using binary before. No. Yeah, I don't need the bounds modifier. I just use binary. Okay, so that removes anything that's outside there. Right? So now we are left with 2 there. And then here we use another difference. See where I'm going with this? Cut these out. These should not be rotating in all directions. They should only be rotating in okay. This needs to be a little different for the... Okay, let me just disable the rotation for now. Second of all, why is it a 3x3? It's because... I need to offset them probably. So if I did a transform points, okay, and then here we have bounce modifier and scale that down. We now have There you go. Because they're square, it made it a lot easier. Now we need to do randomly rotate them. We need to randomly rotate them 180 degrees this way and 90-degree increments this way. So let's go and do that. So let's enable you. This needs to be, instead of I could use all three. Yeah, I could use all three. We would just need to do round them. And then here. You want to do multiply by 90 on one and multiply by 180 on another. So 90 is going to be wait, it's rotation.z, right? What do we have here? Yeah, rotation.z. I probably have these wrong. We'll just go with whatever and then we'll change them as needed. Rotation.y. And then when we do this make, inline constant, this thing is still bugged. It needs an input on the first one, huh? Or on all of them. Okay, well, let's just play the little guessing game. Mismatch between the number of elements. Excuse me. Okay. Set rotation dot x 0. What? Rotation x double is not compatible with operation type rotator. Excuse me. Oh, it's because it still has all of them. So then we want to do a instead of last on this. Rotation.x y z. Why are you still complaining? What is wrong? I hate rotators. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do it the dirty way. Screw it. I hate rotators so much. This is going to be of a density. And then I'm going to not need to do this. I'm going to do set attributes. This is going to be, oh, actually, it was a set attribute, wasn't it? This is going to be rotation dot roll. Yeah, not roll. So this is the one that needs to be 180. Okay. Got it. So dirty wow on stream as well. I know. I should be ashamed of myself for putting something so dirty on stream. But hopefully I won't get banned. Hopefully they just will miss this. different seed. This one's 90. And this is just roll. I think it's y'all, probably. Nope. It was the one that I didn't use. Bitch. Excuse me? Clipping and shipping. Am I doing a rotation somewhere that I'm not aware of? No, these have no rotations. What? Why? One of them should just be around. Which is y'all, I'm pretty sure. Should just be spinning around. Why is pitch at 90 here? Why are we... Oh, is it it's because it's also taking the actor's rotation. That's why. It's because it's also taking the actor's rotation, so what we need to do is not this, we need to use an add attribute. That's why. It's not offsetting it, it is setting it, and because we've rotated the actor to 9 degrees upwards, that's why all this is happening. Okay. I say that. Okay, now what the hell? Hold on. I thought I was smart. What's the problem now? If I did 9 degrees on... Yeah, look, if I did 9 degrees here... It's... What's wrong with rotation.yaw? Why is this break? And therein lies the first blunder. Shh. And no blunders here. Hold on. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry about that. So what the hell? Why is none of the roll, pitch, or yaw working? Like, okay, well, we can do then. This should work. Why is it changing both yaw and roll when I do pitch? Because it's gimbaling, isn't it? So I can flip it. Flipping it is easy. Maybe just do 180. Two 180-degree ones. Because for some reason... Oh, now y'all works. Well, y'all works in 180. It just doesn't work at 90. Okay, whatever. It's better. We got the big squares in. It's better, you know... What I could do is, because they're in a perfect grid right now, I should offset them. Not equally, both up right or up left, or whatever it is. Like, I should have it offset in a random direction. So here I'm offsetting in the positive. I should do one that is in one of the random directions. So first of all, let's just do this. Okay, let's do that. Let's do one more of you. But oh, this one's add a set. Change this to add. I cannot do yaw or pitch still, right? Yep. Oh, you know what it is? It's because we're rotating it, and then I mean, no, but relative to itself, it should be correct. I should probably use the transform points one, but I need a loop then. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, we need the attribute noise. We'll give it a random seed. Then we will round it, multiply it by 50. And then we will do another add attribute. Ooh, but this will... I need this to be between -1 and 1. thing you forgot to mention, you always dislike the game design of enemies made of paper or horde-style damage sponge enemies. So like what you mean, like when enemies are too weak? Or like when there's like a ton of super weak enemies? You're gonna focus more on skill expression. Got it. That's what I was going to do at first too, but now that I have weapon abilities and it's so much fun, I'm not gonna have my enemies be like complete one-shots and pushovers, but it's a lot simpler and the main focus is the bosses. Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand that. I've never played those games, like I forget the name. There's a few games that have stuff like that. Ooh, I cannot do... Zero cannot exist. It needs to be either -1 or 1. So... what's a good way of doing... Okay, we could do 0 to 1, and then we could just find all the zeros and subtract 1. But then you need loops and stuff. You want it to feel like you can play to your strength or enemies' weaknesses? Like there's a pack of enemies and it needs to feel intimidating or take down? Or at least needs to be some micro strategy involved? Yeah, it's a different kind of game. I get that. Makes sense. Checks out. We cannot have 0. Okay, so what we need to do then is filter attributes. That's what we need to do. If the last attribute is 0, then we subtract 1. And then we merge attributes, which gets me... Why is it all 0? Wait, what? Oh, oops. Greater. 0. If it is equal to... There we go. There we go. Got it. Then we multiply that by 50. I'm okay, guys. Look, can I use the excuse that I haven't used in a while, which is like, it's after work, I'm tired, it's been a long day. Add position. Oh, I need to... This needs to be 3 axis. So let's do... Well, it needs to be 2 axis. So we use position, for example. And then we can set Z That didn't seem like it worked. Well, it worked, but it's still a perfect grid. How does this still become a perfect grid? Well, okay, no, it's not a perfect grid. It's just it's offset there a little bit. The other ones are all in a perfect grid. Hold on, can we get a different seed? Oh, now it's complaining. Mismatch between number of What? We're going to have a mechanic for elites where there's like a directional field in a cross formation where you need to hit them to break each section of the cross to deal damage to them. Else they're immune. So it's like basically they have a shield in front of them, you have to hit them from behind. Excuses, yeah. Next he's gonna say he has to manually connect nodes. I know, I'm the worst. Why though? Right, this is random each one. -50, -50. 50-50. There's a 0-50. There's 0-50. But looking at them, it looks like a perfect grid. And why does this not change anything? And that's forward and back, yeah. So that I did that correctly. $46.50, 800. Why does
here pausing for ads?
Why is this not changing anything? Why is that attribute not working? You mean like a shield they hold in their hand by like a pseudo force field? Well, like I'm just using a shield as an example because I know games where they have a shield in front of you, I have to hit them from behind at a certain angle or like a certain area. You might be combining the difficulty of Elden Ring into a game like PoE. I don't know if that's a good thing. Hey, people would enjoy that. You know, maybe 40% of the difficulty of Elden Ring. All this to rotate squares. Well, this is now to offset squares. I've done with a rotation. This is now to randomly offset squares, but I wanted to offset them in a like random direction, but for some reason it's not doing it. Or hold on, is it? Why is this now having problems? There you go. Right, so this is still in a grid. But why? All I want is to remove them from a grid. Although they're in a different grid here. So each one of them has moved like up. Hold on, let me try just different seeds. It's not even moving, changing where it's positioning on the seed. Sure, what's up? If we look here, I guess I need to look at the round. And then change this. Right, it changes the values. Then we make some of them -1 and some of them positive. Why is some of them 0? Uh-huh. So if any one of them is... Okay, so I need to do a break. Break vector attribute. And then we need to do this for each one of these individually. And then use another merge attribute. Which now gets me only -1s and 1s. Although there's a lot of exactly -1, 1 and 1, 1. Which should not be the case. I haven't watched the latest. I haven't have time. It takes me a long time to watch the stuff because it's one of those things that you have to focus. All I know is 3 episodes in, where's the battles? I want my D&D battles. Why there not been really any? Like, cool, like, yeah, I like the lore, but look, my main thing is I want fighting. Oh, it's because offset? Subtract. Why is this give me 3 values? Okay, I just need to type it in manually. And then it's fine. Is it? No. Oh, yes. But what, again, this... Merge attributes. Okay, so to freaking remake the merge attributes. Of course I do. Of course I do. Thank you. Okay. That's fine. Okay, so now we have... Oh, now we need to make vector attribute. We have a little bit of a variation here. But I have only negative 100. I have one that's different. One that's different. Just give me what I want. Just give me what I want. Why isn't it a perfect grid? I just want to break up the grid and just offset them. Look out for episode 4's Ollie say. Okay, so they have fighting in. I have it open. I just haven't started watching it because I've been busy. Obviously, me and having time is, you know, not easy. Weekend is like Sunday is really when I have the most time, but it's still very hard for me just to focus on watching it and only it. And you kind of need to really, I mean, there are points that I've skipped a little bit where it's just like about character I don't care about or a scenario I don't care about. And it's like, okay, I get it. I guess just move on. But a lot of times I do go back and like, okay, let's see what that was about. Or if I'm like, I'm not understanding something, I'm just thinking, I want combat. I want combat. So again, why is this not working? Why is this add node not working? Hold on, it is offset here. How? How? I'm so confused. Why does the add attribute not work? Okay, what if I did position dot x with offset dot x? Oh, okay, hold on. That works. What if I did this then? Oh my god, that works? Hold on. So why are we pushing out here? You know what the problem was? I had it on at last. Even though the last thing I was using and the only thing here is the offset. Plugging an offset into this node specifically makes it work properly. Yay. Hey, Ripin6, welcome in, Grigori. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. Are we smashing? We're smashing something. Smashing something. From here, I need to do a self-pruning. But I need to do a balance modifier first. Then self-pruning keeps more of them. Good. And then enable this. Enable this. Point 25, and then there we go. So now we have things that are offset. Of course, all of these are now aligned because screw me. But this now works, actually. Yeah, they don't have to be aligned. Oh, we have two big ones next to each other. Oh, yes. Sorry. Excited noise. Okay, so now that we know that was the problem there, I can probably not do it this way anymore. Well, I would need to for what I'm doing. I don't care about X though, so I don't need to do this calculation. X does not matter. Okay. So is that the problem with freaking, well, no, see, the add on the rotation was working fine. So it's odd that the position one had issues. Maybe it's because it was trying to do all three axes at the same time. Only guess. This one still doesn't make any sense to me. But, you know, whatever. We got it. What I could do actually... It just be like that sometimes? Yeah, it definitely does. Now I learned about freaking add attribute and position at least. But we now have this thing. Okay, this is great. Yeah, I love this. God damn it. It's directional. Oh. Son of a bitch. Floor traps are looking good. Alice with the intention. Because this is world offsets, effectively. They're not local offsets. Well, I guess at this point, no, hold on. I can just use a transform points node, right? For this, I can use a transform points. I can't do it for the other one, but this one. If I wanted to keep it relative. Oh, but then no, I can't because it's multiple data. I need to use a loop. If I want it to be local. Or get actor data. Single point. And then I just do a add. And we're adding offset to position. What's the problem? Offset. What are you complaining about now? This is usually the number of elements. Oh. Duplicate point. Entries count. -1. That goes into iteration. And then this, can add offsets. Why does this not have offset? God damn, stupid. I hate it all. I hate it all, but I did it. It can all burn in hell, but I did it. Save it all. There you go. Where are the big ones? I can't even find the big ones. Hold on, is it actually working? Wait. It says yes. Why are the... Okay, yeah, that doesn't work that way. God damn. right, this makes sense. Oh, I hate that it makes sense that it's doing this, because yeah, this... Oh. Damn, floating temple's looking nice, really puts the sky in Sky Grid. You know what? I'm just gonna make it a loop. Screw this. Let's just make it a loop. What am I gonna need to loop on? On all these points, yeah. Just, I don't know why I've been fighting a loop. Just screw it. PCG, loop, offset, large, stones. Screw it all. I'm making a loop. Oh, this needs to be point. Just do 8 transfer points. Offset and max. Output. And then here, just do a attribute partition, index u, B, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Oh, did I? Oh, I need to grab. Oops. I didn't grab the attribute noise that I need to grab. Okay. 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 You learn how to do PCG for your game, but that's later for environmental effect mainly. How's the performance? Performance of what? PCG? If you're not doing it at runtime, it's free. There's 0 cost. So what's up? 1100, 3050, 3100. So it is working. Okay. Why is it offset by like 25? Oh no, each one is 100. But no, that was right. Because it's in the wrong spot, it does need to be 50. But for some reason it is... Oh, it's because I changed the axis here to Z, which means... Yeah. I get it. This. Aha! Because I changed the axis. Because it's relative now. But if you're wondering, this is how I normally do PCG for everything. Now, why are you overlapping here? It's because we didn't grab the self-pruning, did we? Or rather, we do have it. We just need to do a merge points. Yeah, it's offset. Really zero cost? Yeah, because if it's local, like if I just generated this right now and just kept it in the world, you're not regenerating this. This is already placed in. And if you really want to guarantee that it's zero cost, like if you're just concerned about like the little bit of computation of just having it there, you can go to the PCG and click the button all the way on the right, which is clear PCG link. And now this is just a blueprint actor with just an instant static meshes in here and nothing else. And do whatever you want with it. It's all stuck together.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
And you can always go back to the original one and regenerate it. Nothing has zero cost? It has zero cost. It has to be loaded prior to runtime? Yeah, but the cost of PCG is zero. The cost of whatever you're loading is whatever you're loading. But the PCG itself is zero. Yeah, I'm saying PCG has a cost of zero. Not, yeah, cost of mesh is whatever the cost of mesh is, yeah, like I said. I should have done a cleanup before I did that. Why do I have some on both sides? I think it's fine. But why? We can increase the number of these now. So I want more of the big squares. I can have more of the big squares. Only thing is, I want to do a merge here. I guess I don't need to do a merge. I can just do, if I want both of them spawning potentially, you can just do this. So now the big ones and the small ones can have a chance of spawning. Decals. Yeah, there's all the points at the start, and then at the end, that's all we're left with. Because it cannot be at an edge. Only thing I want to do here, I think, is on the self pruning node. It's not large or small because they're all the same size. I'm going to do all equal and randomized pruning. That's better. I mean, it doesn't really matter because it's all the same, but maybe one of the meshes is slightly the different size, so this guarantees that it's good. Okay, there we go. So now we have this, and I can just put it. Well, it doesn't really work diagonally, but it's not really to work diagonally. I'm not fixing that. I mean, it's kind of cool diagonally. You can almost make stairs out of it, actually. I mean, that's kind of cool. Actually, I might use this on a diagonal setup. It's kind of cool. Now it's gonna make stairs. No, I already got stairs. I don't need to make stairs. Already reworking stairs. No. Stairs patch 2.0. No. No 2.0. Why do I have two of them on top of each other? What? 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 What was that? What was that? Do I even want to know? I don't think I do. Yay, it works. It all works together. You know what you can't wait to work on / make? The dive attack ability. Dive attack? So you can jump in your game, you want to make it so you can base if you basic attack, you can effectively dive in an arc and attack with your weapon. So the thing that you're gonna need to figure out, because I've run into this, is when a character hits another character, it doesn't just automatically move them out of the way. So if you were to land on top of a bunch of characters, you would be on top of them, and then you would do the little weird bouncy thing and then move out of the way. By just like bouncing / walking off of their heads. It's a really weird janky thing. I don't know why there's not a built-in like move mechanic in Unreal. I feel like that's one of those things that you'd want even in FPS. But I guess if all FPS typically does body blocking, then I guess that is what it is. But yeah, watch out for that. I've run into that issue. If you place a cone above them, they always slide off. But what if you have multiple? What if you have like a grid of people, like a giant area? just grids and grids of people, and then you land in the middle of that grid, right? You'll still, yeah, bouncy time. Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, I feel like there should be an easy solution to that. There's a soft collision plugin that is built by an Unreal Source member that is pretty well repped. Does that do what I was talking about? Fixing that? What do you know the name of it? You disable collision for the character completely, and then you use pre-computed arc path and do a guaranteed impulse on impact. Yeah, that'll work. Do you know the name of it, Ripping Sticks? Your link in Discord? Perfect. That'd be awesome. That would be much appreciated. Imagine that you can just adjust the gravity or add a downward force impulse to the character and outward force on other objects. Yeah, but then, right, that becomes a bit messy, Obi. Like, yes, it will work, but now you have to figure out where you have to impulse it, where they will go, where they won't just hit a wall. Because what if all of that group of people are next to a wall? Let's say they're next to 3 walls, and you're jumping in the middle of them. You'd want all of them to bounce basically in one direction, and the other ones to just stay in place, right? There's too many conditionals and just like in a simple setup. I think you linked to net predicted organic soft collisions. Push pawn v2. Let's see this. Free. Okay. I would love for them to... Can you show this with the standing character? I mean, it seems like it's the right thing, although he clipped there. It seems like, yeah, it's pushing. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. Supports custom pawn versus pawn collision shapes. Okay. Interesting. It's freaking GitHub. It's on Fab. What am I supposed to do with the GitHub? God damn it. It's on a Fab plugin I just install. What am I supposed to do with this? I don't know how to use that. Let's see. Where's the download? How do I download it? Where's that? How do I download this? There's no download. Make a plugins folder in the project? Okay. That's an easy way. I know how to do that. How do I download this? And you will have it compiled for me. It should just compile without needing to open an IDE? Well, I'd hope so because it's done a C++ project. But how do I download? Well, how do I download the zip? Because that's all I need. I don't see a download button. Might find. Down. No. They need to okay. You're losing me. You're losing me. You think I even know how to do that? And then go. You lost me. I mean, you're fine. I know my own stupidity. I need to watch a tutorial for that. One day I'll care enough to do it. It's fine. There's an anti-C++ zone in the stream. C++ isn't nearly as complicated as you think. Oh, I've never said C++ is complicated. That was never the reason why I don't use C++. I just don't like having to deal with the syntax and having to put in the semicolons and have to make sure I capitalize the right thing and not having pretty colors and all being visual and I can just click and just go and see in a grand scale and zoom out and right, like I cannot go on whatever thing and just be like, oh, there's the floor damage, there's the utility section, there's the Niagara, right? Like, I'm a visual person. I'm an artist. I can't. It's so boring to type it all, and then you have to like, and then when I tried learning in C++ last time, there was a point where I typed in the word print lowercase when it's supposed to be uppercase, like for the P, for the thing to work, and so it didn't work. And I can't be bothered. I just can't. It's not for me. I just can't. And like when I was learning C++, it was like, okay, I made a bunch of stuff. How do I find something if I don't remember where it is? Well, in blueprints, I just see there's the comment, there's the event dissection, there's the attack combo. I'm like, okay, cool. I'll just go there and be like, okay, what's there? And then I just don't click on it, and then I go here. I'm like, okay, what's here? And this is the section for spawn blood pool. You know, all that good stuff. Can't do that in code. And you'd be like, oh, some people have said like, oh, why don't you just control F? Yeah, that assumes you already remember what's there, what that section's called. I have shitty memory. So, you messed up. Yeah, I like that one. But yeah. All I'm saying is, I can't be bothered. I'm too lazy for it, which is fine. That's why I do blueprints. Blueprints are great. If Unreal decides to stop making and supporting blueprints, then I'll be forced to do it. But until then, I stand strong, or at least relatively speaking. Because like I said, I have tried learning C++ multiple times. Going from learning C++ to learning Unreal syntax is a very difficult task as someone who already knows C++. Yeah, I've heard that, but yeah, in my case, I don't know anything. But the other problem is there's no real documentation for C++ either. From what everyone said. So if I struggle with C++, where did I go? ChatGPT? Grok? I remember I was following the tutorial. No, so get this. So I was using Udemy, I think, to learn C++, and it linked to like a documentation page for like I think it was for like line and sphere traces, and I was like, cool. It gave it to me. How do I find it? And so what did I do? I searched line, sphere trace, and a bunch of stuff, and I could not find it. I couldn't find it. Why? Because who knows how I could not find a way of getting to that page myself. I don't, because documentation is that bad. And the searching for it is that bad. So I don't know. I don't think it's for me. It's fine. People who know C++ can be better than me. It's fine. But I'll be more artistic. One day you'll dive in. It's the natural path. Again, I've tried learning programming language multiple times. I tried Java with Minecraft. I tried doing C++ multiple times over my life. I tried there's a point when I did a little bit of mel scripting, but it was like college. There was a time when I was looking into Python. There's a lot of them, and they all just, it's the same thing for all of them. I can't be bothered with the syntax and organization. I'm not a words guy. That might be the easiest to learn, given it's syntax light. Yeah, it's probably. I've heard things that it is the simplest, but Python's not very helpful for me in Unreal. So I don't have a reason to learn it. Visual scripting has been over your head, but you see a lot of it all the time. Visual scripting for me is super simple and intuitive because I'm a visual person. I'm not like a programmer. My mind doesn't work as a programmer. It works as an artist that has become a technical artist. So, just fine. You appreciate C++, but your game is 99.99% blueprint based. And that's fine. And mine is 100. Well, I guess mine is also 99.99 because I am using a C++ plugins. Or plugin with parentheses S. I don't remember if there's multiple. I think there's only one, which is Dungeon Architect. It's okay. Well, you know, I'll get there. I'll get to the end using just blueprints. And then just never go on Reddit, on the Unreal Engine Reddit page, and say that you're going to be using blueprints. And when they tell you to use C++ and you tell them that you don't know C++, you'll get downvoted to hell. I'll figure why. Dude, oh, you don't know C++. Oh. The internet is weird. Well, yeah. Sounds toxic. A lot of the internet is. Unfortunately. I'm not saying I'm not toxic, by the way. I'm also on the internet. Yes, I questioned on C++ today and watched two people argue about something super unnecessary regarding the syntax of C++. People will argue over the stupidest stuff. That's for sure. I can agree on that. On things that do not matter. But I'm very carefree. Like, hey, do whatever you want as long as you get to the end. You were successful. Return value greater than 10. Jesus Christ, what is that? Hell if I know what that is. Is that C++? I don't know, like, the question mark and the F. The F I assume is a float, but again, see, like, if 15.5 F mean float? But then the question would be, why do you even need to put an F? Because 0.5 automatically means float because it can't be an integer. What are the other options? It has to be a float. Again, my problem is syntax. The syntax makes no sense to me. I can't. I can't. Translate all of C++ into nodes, and then I'm good. Make it visual. Period is used for other things as well. Change it. Make it not a period then. Instead of having periods everywhere else, make it something else. Make it a comma. Make it a semicolon. Make it a colon. Asterisk. Whatever you want. But yeah, again, my issue is just syntax. It's assumed any whole number is an integer, but a number with a dot needs to be assigned as a float. Can't. Now you want to merge C++ with blueprints? Do it. Do it. You can. Unlike me, you can. At least spawning. Yeah, I have. You could even pipe in into PCG like a full just data you generate from C++. You could use that data to pipe into a CSV or something from somewhere else and use that to spawn points in specific locations. You can do stuff like that if you wanted. There's all sorts of things you can do, depending on like what your setup is and what you're doing. It's pretty powerful. It's great. But guys, I think that is where we ended for tonight. Tomorrow, I think we might try making one level using the tools we made today and see how it is. And then we can see if there's more tools we want to make. But I think we're in a good spot in terms of the tools we made. So we will see. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed. Back tomorrow at 6:30 Pacific, as always. Hope to see you guys then. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.